Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'd like to share with you a new resource that we put together, which is the UTM builder that allows you to track your links, not only the links that are coming towards your website that you place, let's say in email campaigns or let's say on social media links or wherever, also the traffic within your website. That's especially interesting if you are, let's say, having, for example, an e-commerce store or selling some kind of product or even selling services. You'll really be able to see from which side do people land on your product page or from which side they ultimately go to the checkout page. And this is what I'd like to quickly show you how this tool works and how it really makes UTM tracking much more easy and much more organized. So here we put together this page where you see a little overview of what the tool does. This is how the sheet looks. And it works based on the UTM parameters, the way those UTM links are defined. You set your target URL, source, medium, campaign, term, and content, and then it gives you a custom link. There's many of those builders out there, but this one is a little different. It's actually creating a system for you. It's not just helping you build a link one time, let's say with just typing in those fields and then coming up with a URL. It's making it much more systemized. I'll show you that in just a second. And you can get it here on this page. Let's look into it. So this is how the tool looks. Firstly, instructions here, which I'm going to skip for now. I'm just going to show you right away here. Let me open the right tab. So here you see the UTM builder. Before you start using this builder, you want to first build your link structure. And you want to really map out a system to track more and more links in future, not just one at a time. So what you do is you simply go through these tabs here. Firstly, IDs for target URL. So you define what are the events that matter to you. For example, how do you bring someone to the sign up page? How do you bring someone to the contact page? How do you bring someone to your order page of a lead magnet or a product or whatever? So you can really track the journeys within your website on from where do the people come, from where do the visitors come. And this is essentially the target where they land at the end. IDs for source. So here, again, if you want to do only internal link tracking, which is what we do right now through this same model, you would only need to have one ID, ID source, internal link. Otherwise, if you do for external links, you just type in the sources here. Medium, this is the same thing here. I would just use internal links. And then here you can also use these, categories for other types of links. IDs for campaign. This one is basically similar to the target URL, but here you would specify one more time that you can also filter it out later on. And let's say something like Google Analytics that you can filter by campaign. You find some unique terms for that here. IDs for term. So term we use for the type of link. You can also use that, let's say, if you have some campaign that only runs for a certain amount of time, that you just use the term for time period. But in our case, we use term to really show us what type of link is it. Is it a banner? Is it a text link? Is it a button? Or is it from the menu? But now we're coming to the main variable. This one right here matters a lot because this one is showing the content variable outlines the page where the link is placed if you're using it for internal tracking. For example, let's say you have 100 pages, you have a features page, you have an about page, you have a blog post 1, blog post 2, and so on. You would then add all your URLs here, and then you give it a unique variable. For example, homepage, features, about, and so on. And then wherever you place the link, let's say you have a button to your main contact page, let's say on the features page, then you would just use features here as the content variable. So this is what's going to make the system work, the content variable essentially. Now, once you have added all this content in those validation tabs, you can go into the new UTM, to the UTM builder sheet. And here you will be able to basically then just choose from the drop down where you already find the options based on what you've set up before. And then you get the result right here. So this is how this goes. It makes things a lot easier. It's built for ongoing use that you can easily build new links or, set up your whole system rather than just building one link, one UTM link. So let me know how you find this. If you have any more questions, just drop them below. And if you want to get a copy of this, just go to leadgenapp.io/UTM-builder and you can get a free copy.